Hi guys, it's Tartan coming at you with the first episode of Red Dead Redemption 2. A game which has been so highly recommended, beloved by all. I've never played it before. I don't know anything about it beyond that everybody loves it. Uh, a ton of people I know played it. They all told me to play it, and I didn't until now. So I didn't play the first Red Dead either. Uh, I just know general setting, American Old West. Hey Natasha, you made it to the beginning! Hooray! By 1899, alright, there you go. The Age of Outlaws and Gunslingers was at an end. America was becoming a land of laws. Yeah, you could phrase it that way. Even the West had mostly been tamed. Geez, okay, phrasing. So my commentary on this game is probably not going to be able to stay out of politics very much. A few gangs still roamed, but they were being hunted down and destroyed. Finally, a sentence that doesn't elicit a response to me that makes me want to pause the video and go off. Anyway, of course, all things are political, but specifically the dynamics of power in what I would call the American Old West are not severable from the experience of playing a game in it. So while I'm always going to try to stick away from like very modern politics, well, we simply won't be able to talk about what it means to have a system of law in these specific lands that applies very much to some people and absolutely not to others without talking about that. So there'll be a lot of that.
We'll have to stop someplace. Okay, Arthur's out looking. I sent him up ahead.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. This weather, it's May. I'm just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
There. Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest while he... You know. An old mining town. Abandoned. It ain't far. Come on.
All right, so we're introduced to this crew of people, and somebody is sick and or dying. We'll find out which. A wonderful beginning to an Old West story. Chapter 1, Coulter. Like many people, I've read just like tons of westerns. That's the name of the genre of books that's broadly set in this time period-ish. But many of them were of questionable quality. Well, I have been told that this game is instead of the highest quality, so I look forward to that. A lot of people.
Get that fire lit, quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of food.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
What are we gonna do? We need supplies.
Well,
Coins
first
to
of all,
pay
you're
the
gonna stay
boatman,
here.
very good.
You were gonna get yourself warm.
It's important to pay care on.
John and Mike are scouting out ahead. Arthur and I, we're gonna ride out, see if we can find one of them. And this, just for a short bit. I don't see what other choice we have. Listen.
Going out in a snowstorm. Awesome.
all you-
Not a choice I would make. Maybe it will be
Now we've had-
necessary.
Well, a bad couple of days. I loved Davy, Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may be okay. We don't know.
Missing
But we
people.
lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead, I'd do it gladly. But we're gonna ride out and we're gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe now. There ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you,
That man didn't even
all
have a
of you,
hat, and he isn't going to be in
get
charge.
yourselves warm. Stay strong.
Dude's just as bald as me, only it's on the sides. He's
Stay
all right.
with
He needs
me.
a hat.
We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
I should be paying more attention to the gravity of this, but I was distracted by the fact that he was hatless.
So
It was cold.
they both must have headed down the hill.
Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
We missed you. That's what happened. Come on. Oh.
Hey, you need horses?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors. You need to rest that hand.
Are we abandoning these people?
Get indoors, son. Bye. We need you strong.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Ain't sure what we're gonna find out here, Dutch.
We have to try. Stay close. We'll do our best.
This game's
to
so
get to the
pretty.
trail.
This goddamn weather.
Been 2 days or more like this now. It has to
I
blow
am
us
willing to
all.
get lost if it's necessary. I mean, I don't want to not follow him, but... The lanterns have... somewhat interesting shadows. It is nice that they cast them. I'm so glad that games can look like this now.
Ride next to me, son. Don't want to lose you.
Next to you?
Believe we lost Davy too.
He's the last one, Arthur. No more. We need to get those people warm and fed.
At least we don't need to worry about Pinkertons tailing us in this.
A couple more days, we'll be on the other side. You need to help me pick the others back up.
Oh, the Pinkertons.
You're the only
Wonderful.
one I can rely on to stay strong right now.
We got fire and shelter. That's a start.
So, since they got name dropped, I'm sure the game will go into them in greater detail. The Pinkertons are, what's the euphemism? A private security company that existed in this time period and still exists today under the name Securitas, I think is their current
someone
name
coming towards us?
for the modern Pinkerton agency. So... So in this time period, it could have entailed a lot of different things. Lots of them unsavory, and I want to be very clear, the Pinkertons are an unsavory lot from inception for like forever long. Like, oh my god, they are rotten.
Sure. Place is blazing with light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me.
But that doesn't mean the people that they're going after are nice.
Nor did little Jenny.
That's too bad. Davy was a real fighter. Both of them calendar boys is, or was.
Yeah,
And Mac, Sean,
we don't know.
quite a business.
So in American history, what I would say,
You're all right, Micah.
I don't want to interrupt these guys talking to each other.
He's seen John.
Hey, have you seen John, Micah?
I love the idea of them yelling this in a snowstorm.
Storm came in.
He hasn't seen him.
He hasn't seen.
He'll be fine. Things always turn out right for that boy.
I hope Mac and Sean are still out there somewhere too. Move up, Arthur. I'll cover the rear.
In front of you.
Okay, go.
Oh, I want to be in charge now. Or just in the middle. Alright, now I can talk to them. Have you run into anybody else?
I reckon we're the only ones crazy enough to be out in this, Morgan.
Yeah, well, don't talk to me about crazy.
Oh, so no, glad you're all right. I was worried, Micah. Look, it's all gonna work out, Morgan. We lost a few folks, but that's just how it goes
So,
sometimes.
we could just sort of pace along with them here.
Where are all the others?
Old mining camp, back up the hill.
It just seems like an insane place to have a detailed conversation, though.
You speak to the people there already?
No, like Dutch told us. Look, but don't talk to no one. Just following orders. You know me.
Right. How much further?
Not far.
What does that mean?
Not far.
Thanks.
The dude speaks in, like, detailed
Whoa.
paragraphs, and then, like, now...
Damn, this snow gets right to the bone.
doesn't want to give any explanations. Talk to this guy? Yes, let us talk to you. No?
You okay, Dutch?
Yeah, tired, but we all are. We'll find some food, go back, warm up, get some rest. Be like new men again.
Okay, let's keep it down now, gentlemen. It's just up ahead.
Snuff and stash those lanterns, boys. Best you two lie low on this.
Alright.
Okay, let's head down there.
This just seems like... This would be so sketchy to be bringing a horse down an incline like that in a snowstorm in terrain that you hadn't, like... That would just be so sketchy.
Let's hitch up here.
I mean, it does not make for a good video game for horses to be as fragile as they are in real life, but it just, mainly because that was all so cinematic. I'm like, man, we just rode down that hill like horses can't get hurt. Are they playing the music in there?
We don't want to scare these folks.
No, so let us go in the middle of the night.
Sounds like quite the party.
Only one of us will have a lantern. That'll make them feel calm.
You two, get yourself out of sight. One lonely man is a lot less intimidating than three nasty-looking degenerates. Arthur, in that cattle shed on the left. Micah, get down behind that wagon in front.
All right. This doesn't sound like a great idea to me. But at least they won't be able to see my hat.
Hello? Shut up, Billy. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, well, hello, friend.
What you want?
I am very sorry to disturb you. My friends and I, well, we got into some trouble up the way, lost in the storm. Ah, gentlemen.
We can't help you, mister.
I got...
Is he cold? Why is he falling over?
Arthur, we got a problem. There's a corpse right here.
Oh.
I just
Arthur,
need some
there's a body
food
in the
or
wagon.
something.
I hear you.
Sometimes people die.
Keep your eyes on Dutch.
Please.
I think you should go.
Alright, so I'm supposed to pull out a revolver and use it to, Oh no! That didn't go great. This is actually a great simulation of what a real gunfight would be like. Except for that hit, which would be a preposterous shot. Hello in the limit. That's like the only believable shot. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, get out of here. That's not in 100 years. What a ridiculous shot. Well, somehow we all lived through that without being injured, and somehow all of them are slain. So I guess, you know, chalk one up for the fortunes of truth and righteousness. Can I take their hat? I was looking to see if I could take their hat. Thanks for asking. What, like, oops. I was going to say we're not going to make sure that they're dead, but I'm just going to shoot out into the distance anyway. No, I think I'm going to look at their hats first, sir. Hello, Dark Sky. You say this is a long, long, good game? Well, it'll be nice to have something to chew on. Hi, Justine.
Medicine, whiskey.
So now that we've cleaned out the people that murdered the people that had the house, I mean, like, unironically, I guess it's our turn now.
O'Driscoll's. I don't believe it.
It's a strange one, all right. Maybe they're hiding up here, too. There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head. Nearly as big as the one on yours.
Alright, I'm not searching things properly. Alright. A can of beans. Excellent. There we go. The all-important work of searching cabinets. Canned vegetables? Don't mind if I do.
We could maybe move the women and Jack down here.
Maybe. We'll see how they are when we get back. I don't really want us to split up.
Oh. That's, troubling.
Starving?
Starving?
Get your strength up for the ride.
Do I have a can opener? I bet I do. Good news. I love cold canned ravioli.
Keep searching while I pack these on the horses.
Oh, just you don't approve that I've lost my mustache. It was an accident, you know, sometimes things happen. It did prevent me from getting to call this My Mustache and Me because, you know, although it is a magnificent top tier name for series, it can't be given around lightly. Oatcakes, revolver cartridges, magnificent. Oh, these people have already eaten out of this can of beans. That's, you know, we're very conscientious, so we're not gonna try to be eating after them. After all, they ate out of those cans of beans, and now they're dead. He yelled at me to come in, but now it's okay. Oh, we go in and take $2.35. And a gold pendant necklace. We might be able to get $5 for that. I doubt it. It's probably going to be $2.35. We're going to look upon this photograph.
Was married too.
Oh, look at him. He's nice. He's got a little tie on. She's got a veil. Flip it around on the back. Jake and Sadie wedding. September 7th, 1896. So like 3 years or something like that. Oh. I could have hit the button to read it. That's what the thing on the side says. Or I could zoom in it. I thought there might have been a secret message. Don't get mad at me for reading the things that are here, Dutch.
Still looking, Dutch.
I literally don't remember what I'm supposed to be looking for. I'm just looking around, man. There's another photograph here, for example. No, this is the same old one. No one cares about them. I mean, it's very sad, but they're not around anymore. We'll leave the photograph there on the shelf. Opened health cure. Don't mind if I do. That sort of glimmered, maybe? Canned peaches. You would be like a king. Just doling out your peaches. Alright, so... I'm like, we were looking for some supplies. I wouldn't say this is like enough to be like, hey, yeah, we got into a gunfight and killed like 5 or 6 men.
What are you doing in there, Arthur?
By the way, and then got harassed for trying to find extra food. Whatever, man, I don't care.
Micah, Arthur, keep looking for stuff. Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn. Micah, you search the cabin, see what we
What?
missed.
This is outrageous. I was trying to do a thorough job, and then they interrupt me from it to let him do it. I was probably about to find like 4 cans of peaches. They were gonna look at me like a foraging god. Is there somebody in here? Are we gonna need to shoot somebody? Oh no!
Bastard shot my cousin. Well, he started it. I'm gonna break your neck.
Yes, we'll punch him. And then again.
This guy just killed me.
Oh, did he now?
He's not doing so good. Yes.
Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him?
No. Not yet.
Interrogate.
Find out what they're doing
Oh no,
here
troubling.
and where Colm is.
Oh, this son of a bitch will talk.
Hi, what's your name? I mean, where's Colm O'Driscoll?
With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here. Near the lake.
What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here?
We're fixing to rob some train.
Classic.
Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more than that, I swear.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh.
I don't know anything else. Please. Please, spare me. I promise. You won't see me again, partner. Please, partner.
Well, if I see you again...
Get the hell out of here. Go.
Maybe I'll regret that. Hard to say. Still. He did knock off my hat, and that would be like worth killing him over maybe. But we did get the hat back. And we did, you know, he wasn't wrong. We did just show up in the dead of night and kill his cousin. And even if they're like robbers, I mean, like, we didn't know them personally. Focus on the horse. Calm the horse. They had this horse put up in the middle of the night with a saddle on it? No wonder it's freaking out. Now, I wish I'd seen the condition they were keeping this horse in the middle of the friggin' storm, while it should have been like, you know, let's go back in time so I can talk to that guy about how they're treating this horse. Like, was he trying to beat me up and then immediately leave? It's the only excuse. How would he have had time to get the horse ready to go? I don't think these outlaws are very nice. They also don't seem to have enough horses for all of them.
Yeah.
I guess there's 3 there, and this is the 4th one.
Anyway.
That looks like a decent horse. You should keep him. Tie him up over there, Arthur.
Well, that's troubling.
Whoa, look what I found in the cellar. Wild thing, ain't ya?
Leave her alone.
I
Yikes.
wasn't doing nothing. She's one of them O'Driscolls.
No, she ain't, Micah. Look at her. Miss. Are you...
Oh, you fool! Micah!
Miss. Now, it is going to be okay. We mean you no harm. Miss. Come on. It'll be okay. We need to get out of here, and quick. Come on now. Oh. You okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband,
Miss, you are safe now.
Alright, now I wish we hadn't let that guy go. You know, if they'd let me look around more,
Come with us. Arthur.
if they let me look around more, I wouldn't have been letting that guy go. I feel bad for letting that guy go now.
Man, he ain't them. It's okay. Get on. We'll keep you safe until you figure out what you want to do.
What's your name, miss? Miss.
Adler.
Adler.
Sadie Adler. Mrs. He was my husband.
Hey! Somebody's coming! Looks like it's Dutch. Hey, everybody, Dutch is back!
How'd you get on?
Micah found a homestead, but he weren't the first. Colm O'Driscoll and his scum, they beat us to it. We found some of them there, but there is more about. Apparently, scouting the train. Thank you.
That's the last thing we need right now, Dutch.
Well, it is what it is. But we found some supplies, some blankets, a little bit of food, and this poor soul, Mrs. Adler, Miss Tilly, Miss Karen, would you warm her up? Give her a drink or something? And Mrs. Adler, it's gonna be okay. You're safe now. They turned her into a widow. Animals. I need some rest. I haven't slept in 3 days.
You're over here. Miss O'Shea will show you the way. Mr. Morgan, we put you in a room over here.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Bell, you're with the fellas over there.
What? How come Arthur gets a room and I get a bunk bed next to Bill Williamson and a bunch of darkies?
Oh,
Get yourself to bed.
awesome. What a jerk. Maybe if we let something
Yeah,
bad
I've
happen to
seen
this
him
Micah
dance.
guy
Well,
later,
yeah.
that'll be okay.
He's strong, and he's smart.
Strong, at least. Hello, Arthur.
Abigail?
Arthur, how you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
I need you to... I'm sorry to ask, but
It's little John. He's got himself caught into a scrape again.
he ain't been seen in two days.
Your John will be fine. I mean, he may be as dumb as rocks and as dull as rusted iron, but that ain't changing because he got caught in some snowstorm.
Please go take a look. Javier?
Yes.
Javier, will you ride out with Arthur to take a look for John? You're the two best fit men we've got.
Now?
We're all... we're pretty worried about him.
I know the situation were reversed, and he'd look for me.
Thank you.
This way. Last I know, John was headed up the river.
For all we know, he kept riding north and never looked back.
He wouldn't leave. Not like that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Like, normally in a video game, I don't immediately choose to execute the first, like, folks that you get the chance to do it to. Unless it's, like, super clear exactly what's going on.
Hey, I see some smoke.
But, like, I sort of wish we could go back
Let's hope it ain't more of O'Driscoll.
and not let that guy go.
Well, seems somebody left. Recently. And that way.
Sure, well, come on then.
Fortunately, he can figure it out.
To the river.
We will just very safely ride our horses in this direction.
2 hours ago, most.
Where you going?
The opposite direction, Javier. Thank you for asking.
Let's cross. See, they continue up that way.
And they're really packing in a lot of story.
Think it's John?
You tell me. These are horse tracks for sure, but could be anyone. Let's just see where they lead.
So, you were there, Javier. What really happened on that boat?
We had the money, it seemed fine. Then suddenly they were everywhere.
Bounty hunters?
No, Pinkertons. It was crazy. Raining bullets. Watch out for this crevice.
How would he know?
Dutch killed a girl in a bad way. But it was a bad situation.
That ain't like him, though.
Very interesting.
Let's go left, down here.
So the Pinkertons.
Davey got shot.
Never mind. I'm interrupting them again.
Shot too. Sean, we don't even know. I'm surprised we escaped at all. By the time you boys showed up from the other side of town, we were only just holding on.
Bad business, all right. Damn snow's coming in hard again.
We'll lose these tracks if we don't move fast.
See if I like story-driven choice games. Telltale's Walking Dead is good. You know, I read a huge chunk of the Walking Dead comics, and I watched many of the seasons of the show. But I did not play the games. People told me that I would like it. Perhaps I will put that on the mental list.
Watch yourself. It's not very wide here.
We're following you, buddy.
Come on, boy. Horses are getting tired.
Yeah, a lot of fresh snow here.
Why are we not feeding them anything then?
Can't follow nothing.
Let's push on a little bit. Maybe we'll pick up the trail again.
The horses are getting tired. I know. Let's continue going up a mountain in the snow without feeding them anything. That'll work out great.
Hey, look! Over there! You see that? John was riding that horse when we left Blackwater. Let's see if he can hear us.
2 shots for that?
Come on! Up there!
Up there?
He's coming from up ahead somewhere. I I don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here. I grabbed that shotgun from your horse. Who knows what's up ahead?
Horse weapons.
Grab the shotgun. Come on. Down this way.
Why a sawed-off? Ridiculous. Barely better than a revolver. What do they think I'm gonna need this for? I guess it's very cinematic. So, the Pinkertons are known in American history principally for two things. One, for the protection of banks and trains and the pursuit and prosecution of bank and train robbers in the American Old West. And then also for anti-labor action. So, short version, so say there's like a strike at a mine or something. Well, the Pinkertons would be who get hired by the mine owners to come in and like kill people and stuff to make sure that the union would be weakened and maybe, you know, coerce people to go back to work and so on. So, like, real unsavory folks. So, when I call them a private security company, it's in, like, big italics. The Pinkertons, although they may have been pursuing bad people occasionally, were really, really contemptible folk. All in all, that is my position, that is my opinion. I'm not gonna give you an essay on why I think it is accurate, but that is how I feel about the Pinkertons. Hello, Renee.
We're coming, John.
Yes, John, even though I said you weren't worth it and I might lose my hat, we're coming.
Damn, it's cold.
How you doing?
I'm miserable. Been a tough few days.
This is a nice little place.
Here, take a drink of that.
Thanks.
I'm not designed for this snow.
And then we just litter on this pristine mountaintop. You know, some people think that the modern man invented littering, but the dashing Western criminal man of 100 years ago was just as willing to throw down glass bottles on top of mountaintops. I mean, I guess from one frame of mind, you don't want to carry more weight than you have to. No. Even today, people leave trash and refuse on Mount Everest and in various other mountaineering places. He doesn't look so good. Don't look so good at all.
I'd say this, but good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
A wolf?
You don't look so good.
I don't feel too good neither. I'm freezing.
Yes, I did remove my mustache. It was an accident.
Come on, compadre. Well, we can't go back the way we came. Let's try this way.
Ain't you a sorry sight?
Can't argue with you there.
See? I told Dutch you weren't the right man for this.
I'm sure you did.
You alright?
I think so.
Come on. Hopefully this will lead us out.
Hooray! We walked through the snow. This game's cool. Wolf!
Look up there.
Pack of wolves. But my horses are gonna be afraid.
I'll distract him while you get to the horses. Go. Draw them off.
Alright, John, come on.
Fortunately, I have a sawed-off shotgun. That'll be useful.
We're getting you out of here. Right here. Draw them off us, Arthur.
Over here! Back, damn it!
Oh no, my gun! Fortunately, I didn't drop my shotgun. And I'm like really good at...
Okay, let's get going.
No, where is the third one? How did I kill three wolves with two shots? Oh well, irrelevant. It worked out well. Alright, how do I dash? Holding down this, yes.
What are you doing, Arthur?
Learning how to run, sir. Thank you for noticing.
The others.
I hope when you get put into a foreign body someday, Javier,
Be fine. It's just like a dog.
with a fine hat. People are rushing you all the time, Javier. I hope that's what happens to you.
Died. An hour later.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet.
I was like, please don't tell this guy he's gonna become immortal. I don't think that's true. Anytime you tell someone that they're not gonna die, you have to say right afterward, soon, because, you know, you don't want to lie to them. Here, we'll just... Oh my god, the satisfaction, the fact that it's ridiculous is irrelevant. The arcadey joy. Oh yeah.
We got more wolves on the way.
See, this is my type of cavalry action, right? Just coming in, inexplicably sawed-off shotgunning it,
See any more, Arthur?
Don't think so.
downhill from horseback in a snowstorm. This dude's a freaking superhero.
Some shelter now.
Thanks for... coming for me.
Of course. That bullet in Blackwater, now this. You had a hell of a time.
Arthur always says I'm lucky.
None of us are lucky right now.
Easy.
Should ride in the water for a bit. Try to lose a scent. Don't want to leave a trail right back to camp.
You know, we're gonna need to come up with a better story for that scar. So, freezing, bleeding, starving, damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
This is the most...
Let's cross to the left.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta quit talking about
Push
it.
hard and get back.
It happens to me every time I play a game with horses. I'm like, yeah, this is fun, and then I'm like, this would break the horse's legs. They'd be broken again. But I'm not gonna keep on talking about it. These horses are magic horses. Liam, you weren't able to... Yeah, I did beat Time Machine
Get some help here.
in Geometry Dash. We made solid progress on the next level, too.
We get some help.
And now,
Some help
like...
here.
Come on, help him down.
This would be like the biggest hero move.
Ay, careful, idiotas. It's his leg.
Come on, let's get you warm. Thank you both. This is a new low, even by your standards.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank you.
got any other lost maidens need saving?
Not today.
Have you and Dutch talked about how we're gonna get out of this?
I was just discussing with Herr Strauss when the weather breaks. Suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East? Into all that... That's civilization.
I know. The west is where our problems are worse. Come on, Herr Strauss. Let's get warm.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
We have completed just a scratch.
We found shelter and been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for.
So what now, Dutch?
We get strong, we get warm,
Oatcakes, classic. Open miracle tonic, delicious.
I guess.
You sound doubtful.
Not doubtful, just worried.
Oh, there's not a chair for me.
Arthur?
Why don't I sit down on the ground? Oh, we're just gonna sit on the chair. We're not gonna pull it up to the fire or anything.
You have been shot at before, Hosea. I don't feel that this is honestly anything new.
I hope not.
We had a bit of bad luck, but then the storm covered our tracks, so now we wait a bit, and we go back to Blackwater, and we get our money, or we get some more money, and we keep heading west.
But we're heading east.
For now. For now.
East isn't west.
We got this. We're safe. Stay strong, Hosea. What about you, Arthur? You doubting me too? Never.
I don't even think that you are Dutch anymore.
You know me, son. I'm just getting started. Once we get some money, well, they better send some good men after us, because they ain't never gonna find us.
Tell me a fact about William of Orange.
Of course, Dutch. Thank you, son, for your strength. It means a lot to me.
What happened to the Glorious Revolution? What is the price of tulips? I don't think this guy's...
In Blackwater?
I believe so, and they don't even know we dumped it.
Oh, well, it can wait then.
We'll openly talk about it by this lady, though. That's important. Shows she can be trusted. They got a nice little spinning wheel here, in case she wants to go to sleep for 100 years. It's always good to have one.
We weren't there, Hosea.
I'm aware of that. And they shouldn't have been either.
Oh, we can't change nothing now.
Book, we got a little got a little mortar and pestle there. Apparently they are, you know, trying to get their spices working. Oh, it's so bright outside. The pain. Okay, we can see. We'll talk to this fellow by the fire. Buongiorno. What's up, Javier?
Morning, Arthur.
He agrees that it is morning. That's like good. You sometimes don't appreciate that when you're young, but sometimes it's nice to walk up to a person that you already know and get along with and just say what type of day it is. Be like, hey,
We're gonna start.
it is morning again. Hello, Pearson. Why don't you have a hat?
A few cans of food and a rabbit. For what? 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy.
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
We were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have.
This guy's like the quartermaster of the crew.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found nothing.
Come on, Arthur. Wait a second. Hold on.
Unless these mountains are full of game that want to read.
You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Oh, what a fun joke.
Salted awful.
Mmm, yum.
Come on, let's go.
You can't go hunting. Look at your hand.
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
I didn't learn how to shoot a freaking medium-sized longbow for nothing, man. No, that's not a longbow at all.
Here, you take this.
Oh, thanks, man.
You'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine.
What?
All right. Let's head out.
Okay, in video game logic, this is fine. But if you're explicitly being sent out in a snowstorm to secure the survival of 10 or 12 people, and an experienced hand with the bow hands it to you and says, you know what, you'll figure it out on the way,
Stupid mistake.
they're not trying to let anybody
It'll
live.
be fine in a day or two. I just can't pull a bow right now.
Oh, his arms hurts. Well, at least there's that. That doesn't explain why he had it strung and hanging over the front of his body like that, but I guess for video game logic it's okay.
Huh. There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, they'll be needing to feed.
You may be wondering, can I use a bow? I mean, no, not exactly. Have I shot arrows out of a bow? I mean, yes. How many? Oh, more than 1,000. Not more than 5,000.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that. Just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure
But
weren't good.
that was all whenever I was much, much younger. And I was never very good at shooting the arrows. I don't mean to imply that many of these arrows reached the target. In fact, my continued failure to reach the target played no small role in me not shooting the bow very much anymore. But although a modern like compound bow you can leave strung, I'm pretty sure a bow in that era you would want to be unstringing. Especially in the cold and wet. But again, I don't want to be critical of the video games. It's just a thing that I noticed merely because
See some of the ground uncovered here.
I've shot bows before. I'm like, why would you hold it with this string and like, it's so a bow has like what's called a draw, right? Which is I think it's the foot-pound force, basically, or, you know, newtons in metric of like that the bow is gonna like send, you know, through. I'm phrasing this terribly. I didn't take physics.
Hey, stop here a second. I see something.
Yes, my bald me player I did too. Exactly. So all of that's to say that when a bow is strung, right, that the curvature in there, that's holding the weight of the bow. And if anything happens to the string, the force that would be there goes into the wooden portion of the bow, the stave, right? So if you're carrying a strung bow across your body, and something happens to that string, your delicate human skull is in between the bow and where it might want to be. But I'm talking about this too much. I'm supposed to be playing the game. Anyway, please don't carry a bow across your body like that. Especially not one that's like these. Am I not? No! Oh, sure, I did it wrong. Sorry, I had to complain about these people carrying a bow weird for a bit. I don't know how to do this. Oh, I should read the thing. Alright, maybe I should be using a keyboard and mouse, but if a game involves shooting, I usually play it with a controller.
You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus.
Okay, which ones are R3? I thought that was when you click into the sticks, but it didn't appear to be working.
What are you waiting for?
Is it both of them? Ah, it's both of them. Alright, so we got a sort of Witcher 3 thing happening here. And we can,
You'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and woods.
just follow down this little line here. Cool. And I call it a Witcher 3 thing, where you sort of just like focus in on some hints, and then you follow some hints for a while. I'm sure it's in other games too, but it makes me think of Witcher 3. We're just going to delicately walk through the snow here. Very important. Look, I hunted with a bow. I never took any game with a bow.
Wait,
It's hard to hunt with a bow.
Are you ready with that bow? Aim for their head or neck. We want a good, clean kill. Get good tension on the string before releasing. Just don't overdo it.
It's just so funny to me as a person who's tried to hit a target that's sitting still, that this guy is helpfully telling a total novice, just don't worry about it. Aim for the head though. We don't want you to mess up too much.
Now let's try for another.
And then with the logic of video games, we just absolutely flawlessly drop one, and they fall right down, even though we shot them with a bow that's like significantly shorter than we are. Amazing. Let's try for another. We're just gonna leave this deer in the freaking creek bed. Oh, well, at least it's not physically in the running water. Anyway, deer don't just drop like this. Even like with modern guns, deer don't just drop like this, let alone a shot with a bow like this. But again, video game logic. It's acceptable. Just like me making this amazing shot from this distance is acceptable, right? Alright, we spent too long trying to line up the shots. Here we go. Nope. It took too long to focus. I need to just take the shot. This game is going to be arcadey enough to let me do it, right? Nope. No, I missed. The deer doesn't notice somehow. Okay. So that, I shouldn't be laughing. It's bad that we didn't get a direct hit. But the idea that we would have hit it at that distance is hysterically funny to me. Look, archery's hard. If you ever have the chance to use a bow, I recommend you do it, especially if you love video games and stuff, or like military history or anything like that. You just try to hit a target with a bow and arrow. Just try. And all right. Yeah, the tracks. We already ran past the tracks. There are no tracks. Alright. I've ignored his guidance. We had a perfectly good kill and abandoned it without gutting it. I guess it's cold, so that's okay. We've left our horses not tied down. We are the worst hunters in the world. Not that way. What am I doing? What are you doing? You're crouching around trying to hunt down a deer with an arrow already in it. It's either going to be 1 mile away by now, or it's laying somewhere, and all we have to do is find it. Or I'm supposed to listen to him and, because it looked like it ran this way, but...
Follow the tracks.
No, you point them to me. I don't see any tracks. If we don't see any tracks, why are you waiting until now to tell me that they aren't here? This guy is such a useful person. These differences in texture are totally irrelevant. They just looked like they could be important. Because I've been playing lots of survival games, and they look like you should hit them with a pickaxe. Alright, so... I don't think I'm doing very well. Let's just gut this dough and go home. No? Can we get her further away from the running water? Can we tilt her so that... Look, man, can you make yourself useful at all? No, he just wants to criticize me. Renee, you say you don't like criticizing very much. Well, you know, it's hard for everybody to take. It's not so bad when video game characters criticize me, I guess. Not least that, like, I pretty consistently ignore what they tell me to do. On the grounds that I should be free to figure out what's going on. Dude's cold, and I'm bad at hunting. Fortunately, it doesn't matter that I'm walking around with a silly little sawed-off and a knife. Probably because I'm going to, like, fall down here and die. Well, you know, that would be a solution to this problem. We can fall down, the bowstring can snap, and it'll pop us in the back of the head, losing our hat. That didn't go so good. I don't care. What happens if you die? Alright, we're gonna retry from the checkpoint. Hey! Good. Alright, so now if the deer get away this time, we can just die again. And then we know we'll get back here. Figured it out. Alright. I thought it would take too long to get back to the deer's body, and anyway, you know, I figured, what's the worst that could happen? What, I'll die forever? So what? So we wrote it down here. Oh, and somehow, oh right. So it maintained being strung there. Sure. Well, you know, at least this time we got a blood trail. The last time, hey! Oh. Sorry, sister.
Well done. I think that's all we can carry. Okay, you pick up one, I'll get the other.
You sure your hand's okay?
It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder.
Sorry, Scientific Tate. I know my appearance must come as a great disappointment to everyone, as it is a disappointment to me. Jogging with a deer on your back? Oh, get out of town. How jacked is this guy? What does he do in his spare time? We're going to study the horse. This is my main horse. No, what? No, I didn't want to punch the horse. I wanted to get on the horse. Oh my god, why would I even have that button? Jeez. Let me just go jump off of a cliff real quick. Okay.
Ready to head back when you are.
Come on then, let's head back.
So, this is, you know, video game logic, right? Who wants to gut and clean an animal? But you don't do this if you're hunting and you take a deer. You don't do this. You don't.
We've seen enough of that.
You don't transport the bodies of game with like their stomachs and intestines and stuff still in them. It's a terrible idea.
People are still weak, and you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more.
But I'm sure it's impossible to make that a fun part of gameplay to continually be, you know, scooping out the smelliest and least valuable parts of animals just in the sake of accuracy.
You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Careful. Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed.
That girl from the ranch
Caught.
now too, but not sure she'll be eating much.
She has a wild look in her eye.
You would too. She lost her husband, her home, everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there?
Yeah. Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Combe, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud.
So I heard.
Tate, you're saying the funniest part of the game is when he skins a deer, he just like pulls it right off. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like in the simulations.
Let's see if we can find another way around.
Renee, you said something on your dad's side of the family. It was skinning a deer. Yep, it's normal enough to do for sure.
Stay well back.
Is that a bear?
Like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter.
Oh boy. So we should not be doing this. We should not be riding in the direction of bears. Even single bear. Tate, you say it's a long process. Usually just pay someone else to do it nowadays.
Cut up here, off the trail.
Yeah, I don't hunt anymore. My my father and older brother. It's like it's their thing that they're very into to this day. But it's very much like it was a part of growing up.
6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater mess. Being up here.
Sooner or later a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No.
Like we had, you know, like a swing set in the backyard, right? But we bring home, you know, like feral hogs or deer or whatnot, and we would take the swings off and hang up the animals, and that's where we would like dress them and quarter them up and everything at. Dude, clean it up, put the swings back on.
Dutch is different.
Oh yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that.
20 years?
Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah.
I'm glad he said that. It's a long time to be with a criminal gang.
John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
Huh. I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this.
Horse bonding increased. Level 2. Health increased to level 4. Magnificent.
How's that new horse? He's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
Huh. I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Bucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
Some horses are like that. This fellow out here doing sentry duty, very conscientious, always good to see.
I'm gonna hitch Taima over here.
Not least because, well, we just shot, like, what, 4 or 5 guys in the last night. So you absolutely want active sentry security. We're gonna hitch our horses out in the snow. And that horse is relieving himself, and we will remove the deer.
These over to Pearson. Thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
I only showed you a little. There's a lifetime of practice to master.
But no, I remember in my zoology class in the lab we were doing a necropsy on a bobcat, and the teacher was like, "Can anybody skin this for us?" And I was like, "Yeah."
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like
This
we
guy's
haven't
named
spoken for
Uncle.
days.
I do my utmost to avoid you.
He loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yes,
Oh.
seems to have done a treat on you. No rest of the hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
Arthur just talking straight trash to everybody.
Really isn't a
How
job for
fun.
anyone with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skin that one that you dumped on the floor there.
All right. So now we're gonna gut it? No, we're gonna skin it first. What?
Not too bad.
This dude is like a wizard. Oh, you weren't joking. That is hysterical.
Sell these pretty much any town if you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money, of course.
You could be the richest man on earth by just betting people you could do that.
If you catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Yeah, well, we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their bit to survive. Just make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days.
So do we get to watch him work here? All right. So he sharpened his knife up. This deer's floating. I'm not criticizing that deer for floating. That could happen to any deer.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I didn't get any kind of bronze medal, but that's all right. So I guess he's gonna gut the deer there, which, again, I'm not gonna complain about it all game long. Just a thing that I would expect.
Ooh, sorry.
'Cause it's one thing to make it a very simplified skinning process, but what's the point in showing the breaking down of the body if you're going to leave out basically
Boys, because
the only
I want
important
like
thing?
action. Couple of days on the lam, you lot have all turned yellow. Apart from you, of course. Shut up, Micah. I ain't never seen so many long faces.
Open bigotry.
Folks
I really don't like this guy.
But when I fall, I don't want no fuss.
When you fall, there'll be a party.
Probably. Funny, huh? Sure.
Okay.
I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it! Now! You fools punching each other when Colm O'Driscoll's needing punching hard. You want to sit around waiting for him to come find us?
How did he know somebody punched somebody? He wasn't even inside.
Are you sure about this, Dutch?
Yes.
Folks been through a lot recently. We hardly back on our feet yet.
And the last thing we need is to get bushwhacked by Colm O'Driscoll. Let's go.
I know you hate him, Dutch.
He's here for us.
I doubt that.
No, you're just doubting me.
I would never doubt you, Dutch. You always said revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
This is the right call, Arthur. Take this. And this is about more than revenge for business long ago. They were talking about trains and detonators here. Colm always had good information. Come on.
And you think now is the right time to hit a train?
Now you might fancy living on deer piss and rabbit shit. I'm getting too old for that life. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith, Mr. Pearson, would you please look after the place? There are O'Driscolls about.
Yeah. We've got a lasso.
Southwest, right, Arthur?
Yeah. He said follow the main trail southwest.
Although I think lariat is really what we would call it. I'm not sure. We're gonna ride our beautiful horses in a beautiful line. Oh, look at us. All of our hats bouncing around.
What's that? Tracks. Horses, quite a few of them. As far as I can tell, the only fools out here are us and them.
Ooh, exciting.
This way.
Tells you say Arthur's always quick with the jokes is so good. Yeah, you know, it's always nice when your character just snipes at other people's.
Okay. You know I got your back.
I learned a long time ago that you hit Colm O'Driscoll. Wait for him, and people you love will die.
This feud between you and him needs to be put to rest, one way or another.
It will be.
Some things I can forgive, others I can't forget. What he did to Annabelle, I can't do neither.
You killed his brother, Dutch.
Yes, I did. And I hope the bastards will be reunited soon enough. That's how this'll end.
Damn right, boss.
Well, it sounds like they both have a grievance then. That's as your main weapon. I'll have to try that out. It'll be like the Red Dead Redemption 2 yo-yo attack.
Hold up here.
Oh no!
Why are you getting off?
All right, gentlemen. This is it. Are we goddamn ready?
Ready, Dutch.
Good. Now, Mr. Morgan and I, we're gonna head up here a little, see if we can't get a sense of the layout of the camp. Mr. Williamson, Mr. Bell, you two take up a hidden position just outside the camp. Mr. Summers, Mr. Escuela, you two hold position here. Let's go.
Are we just saying that guy's name wrong, or did I see... Alright, we're just leaving our horses. Is anybody watching the horses? Because it looked like his name had 2 L's. Maybe he's Italian. Those look expensive, and they both have a pair.
There they are. That's definitely them. Home? I think so.
Sentry there in the tower. Renee, you say you never really played this before, but you saw your biological dad play it before. Well, yeah, I've never played it before. I've been looking forward to it. Alright, so they're having an argument. Are we about to see him shoot this person?
No.
Everyone's wearing a hat. Alright, he is smacking him around.
They leaving?
Seem to be. Should we go get them?
No. Colm can wait. Best to get some of them out of there. And much less fun to rob him and his score if he never finds out about it. All right, let's go pay our old friends a visit.
Alright, now that we have looked through some binoculars, we can proceed.
From your horse. You boys be ready to pick them off from up there.
Sure thing.
Alright, what am I not getting about this? Yeah, I said the long arm slot. No, what? I don't. I'm hitting R2. Am I not? I'm literally...
Quick, grab that repeater and let's get moving.
Oh my god. I'm an idiot or something. I'm trying to. Alright, so the right joystick. Sure. So the left joystick and the left D-pad don't... No, I... Oh my god. There we go. Amazing.
We'll circle around the far side and go down that way, same as Micah and Bill. Like you said, revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
Yeah, just wasn't sure you agreed with me.
Arthur, have you completely lost faith in me? Our needs right now are supplies, equipment, and a way out of here. Everything else, including Colm, can wait.
Okay.
There's enough of those bastards down there to deal with as it is. Now, come on.
This game's so pretty. So we're just like slowly going down here, following these tracks. Whose tracks? Are these our existing guys? How do you know, Dutch? Have you been here before? There are a lot of extra shells on our cartridges on our belt there. That's nice. Maybe it's just for decoration, like a heavy metal belt.
Maybe I should take the lead on this. They're going to be gunning for you.
They ain't got me yet.
No, but the way our luck's been running.
Hush. Let's just get down there first. Down through these trees, quick.
You're complaining about someone not being on guard duty. That's funny because they're really going to have needed a guard pretty soon. I get the impression that we're not going to amicably settle this.
Stay low. Come on, follow me. Okay, let's get in cover.
So, what are we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go. What the hell are you doing? God damn it! All right, boys. Kill these sons of bitches. Kill every last.
You said if I want to take the lead, go. You know, I remember that guy being up there, but I didn't remember to take care of him. No choice but to fight him, he says. You take the lead if you want, he says. And then, what does he do? Gets mad at me when I start shooting. I mean, what did you think we were here for, buddy? And we just walk out, like big hero mode.
I think that's all of them.
Search the bodies. Strip everything we can from them.
You recognize any of them, Dutch?
Of course not. Colm doesn't give a damn.
Nice
about
mustache.
all he cares about is numbers. If you can shoot a gun, ride a horse, and kill without thought, you're in. Think how long some of you have been with me. I imagine Colm doesn't even know half the names of these. Oh shit! Look out! More of the bastards coming out of the trees!
For sure. We got cover. We knocked off that one's hat. He'll be sure to want revenge. Oh, that's funny. Apparently you go Deadeye and then you like, you mark him and you do a bunch of funny hip shooting. Do they have us flanked? No, surely not. Are they trying to? They are. Glorious! Hi, Pablo. You asked if it's the first time I've played. Yes, it is.
Back to the camp. We'll get what we need. Clear out.
We will take only some stuff and an open bottle of gin. Not the weapons. Well, you know, it's too bad all these guys are broke, but we should be able to have, like... Ooh, a silver belt buckle. Now we're talking. We'll just rifle through some more pockets. And before we know it, we'll be... Horse stimulant? I mean, sure, I guess. And after a little bit more pocket rifling... You know, you hate to fight people and destroy them in glorious combat, and then not at least. We do have time to mess around. These men could have had $2.35 in their pockets.
Let's tear this place apart. Bill, you go search that wagon there.
Oh, so he's gonna hurry up so he can tell me to go look over some stuff? Absurd.
All right, man, quick. Find those detonators, explosives.
The left of whom?
Let's go.
Oh, this says dynamite on it.
This looks good. What do you think, Bill?
Looks fine. Smells good.
Here's a box of nitroglycerin. You carry that.
Did we get everything?
Think so, boss? Found this on one of them.
Thank you.
A comically large map. That's good.
Interesting. This is something about the train they was gonna rob. Of Mr. Leviticus Cornwall.
Oh, Leviticus Cornwall.
Let's keep moving. All right, let's get out of here. Proud of you boys.
When his brother Deuteronomy comes to call, we're all in trouble.
Good work, fellers.
Not bad for some starving down and out. They can pummel us as hard as they like, but we will always get back up.
You say the beginning of the game's a bit slow, but play to the end of the story and I won't regret it. Yeah, it comes highly recommended, and I like RPGs anyway. I'm not, like, impatient on them when they take their time.
And Sean back riding with us, and I believe, I know, they will all be back.
Well, you didn't get cold, but this hit'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Especially when we rob this train, too.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that.
Oh, indeed we will.
You know, he'll come after us.
Oh, of course he will, just like all the rest. But we're gonna stay a step ahead of them. Make sure we always know where they are before they know where we are. We allowed ourselves to get a step behind in Blackwater. That won't happen again.
No more backward steps. Positive attitude.
some ground.
But it's interesting that this game, set when it is, has its first missions that are essentially saying, hey, we're gonna go visit some more or less illegitimate violence on people because they have resources that we want.
You see that fella?
And then, you know,
Camp with Colm?
we create excuses for it.
Him to me. All right, we're heading back. Just bring him back alive. He could be useful.
Okay, you got it.
Whoops.
Easy. Whoa.
I'm like, I'm trying to take this off here. Alright, there we go. I was like, let's get this rifle away. He's like, no matter what you do, don't shoot him. Immediately just rips a shot. I let him get too far away. No, I think I saw a little bit of him. So we're just gonna keep on chasing him down. Oh no! Oh no! He's gonna get away for sure now. Well, I failed. We're gonna restart the checkpoint.
Leave him to me.
Alright, we need to not let him get away.
Get away from me! Stay back!
Not so fast.
Amazing!
Shit! No! Don't hurt!
You're coming with me.
You got me mixed up with someone else. Please, please, you don't need to do this.
Hogtied people can be placed on the back of your horse. We're gonna leave his hat on the ground. Yeah, we're gonna leave his hat on the ground.
What's your name, boy?
I don't know.
You don't know your name?
It's Kieran.
Kieran what?
Duffy. Kieran Duffy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a real bad day for you, Kieran Duffy.
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere you ain't gonna like.
Why? What are you gonna do to me?
Something you ain't gonna like. So I'd advise you to save your breath for screaming.
No, please. I'm begging you. Let me go. I'll disappear. I'll go to Mexico.
You better shut your mouth, you little shit, or I will shut it for you.
Look, I've never, like, captured somebody with a lariat and then thrown them on the horse in a snowstorm and, like, ridden away. But I bet it would be, like, so annoying if they kept talking.
Are you trying to test me? Is that it? Because I will.
Just so annoying. You're like, look, I already pulled you off a horse, like... I'm glad me and Arthur are the same here.
That's 2 bones right there.
It's like, look, I don't want to hurt you particularly, but you have to shut up. Like, if you keep on making noise, like, what do you think is going to happen, man? Again, the stakes are already very high. We just killed, like, 19 people in the woods. And even though this is a long time ago, like, there's still a certain amount of gravity attached to that sort of action. We'll
Let's introduce you to the boys.
we'll tie up our horses outside because we're animals.
Don't hurt me, please.
Oh, don't worry. They're real nice.
Huh. You found a little shit, did you?
Yep.
And we throw them
Very
face
good.
down into the snow.
Welcome to your new home. Hope you're real happy here.
You want me to make him talk?
Oh, no. Now all we'll get is lies. Uncle, Mr. Williamson, tie this maggot up someplace safe. We get him hungry first. I got a saying, my friend. Who shoot fellas as need shooting, save fellas as need saving, and feed 'em as need feeding. We are gonna find out what you need. I can't believe it! An O'Driscoll in my camp!
I ain't an O'Driscoll, mister! I hate that fella!
Oh, whatever you say, son. Well done, Arthur.
I'm just sorry we missed out on Colm.
Oh, there's time enough for that. Now, I gotta figure out if we can hit that train.
Okay.
Great success. This game becomes, like, more open world-ish, right? A few days later.
It's been a bad few weeks. But Dutch being Dutch, he is busy making plans, and Dutch being Dutch, those plans involve robbery and dreams. Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You still here then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
He's gonna look tough.
I think it's time for the train.
Want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch.
It's just a scratch. Don't lie still, son. Hello, Abigail. Jackie.
The boy wanted to see you, John.
He's seen me now. Or what's left of me. What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men.
Not really
Bill,
making much of
now
an
you
excuse
ride
for
ahead
him.
and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why are we doing this? Weather's breaking. We could leave. I thought we was lying low.
Yeah, come on.
What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
We're living, Hosea. We're living. Look at me. We're living. Even you. But we need money. Everything we have's in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No. Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you. I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west. Now, suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough to share.
Dutch!
Gentlemen, it is time to make something.
It's like, oh, he's giving a speech.
ourselves.
Everyone hurry up.
Horses ready. We have a train to rob. All right, we're moving out. Follow me. Okay, gentlemen, listen up, all of you. According to the information so kindly provided to us by the O'Driscolls, the train will be coming north from Big Valley. We're gonna pick it off after it crosses the border into the Grizzlies. There's a raised spot there that should give us good vantage. Charles, you'll keep lookout for any outriders. How's that hand, by the way?
I'll be fine.
Good. I'll take the driver and engineer, then run point. Lenny, Javier, you two take the front cars, deal with any guards. Arthur and Micah, you head straight for the back. That's what we're after. Mr. Cornwall's private car.
You and me, Morgan.
Great.
Have you got a problem with that?
Not if you keep your head for once.
You worry about yourself, huh?
Enough! After Bill blows the tracks, we're gonna need to move fast.
Bill's the explosive expert. You could tell because he sniffed the dynamite, and most people wouldn't choose to do that.
Good. Now come on.
Even if they thought it would smell good, they would be afraid to, I think. I hope. It's so beautiful.
Snow, finally. Feels good, doesn't it? But we need to get this done fast. Now it's thawing, before anyone gets up here after us. Oh, look at you boys. See? This is what I call a crew. Micah Bell, Charles Smith, Arthur Morgan, Javier Escuela, and what about young Lenny here? Always the first man on his horse.
Just happy we're back at him, Dutch.
He's just like doing like a coach's speech here.
Just stay calm. Keep your eyes sharp. That goes for
Little
all.
Henry V.
No mistakes. Not again.
So we do this, then we go back to Blackwater. Careful. Then we go back to Blackwater to collect.
How many times you gonna ask the same question, Micah?
That's a lot of damn money to leave sitting for too long.
It would be crazy to go back there now. The place will be swarming with Pinkertons.
We go back when I say we go back, and that's the end of it. Money's safe. You'll just have to trust me. And if the O'Driscolls are right, there'll be a stack of railroad bonds on this train. Good money, once we work out how to cash them. Now everyone, shut up and get your mind on the job at hand. Come on. There's the water tower. Hold up here on the ridge.
All right. So traditionally in a train robbery, right, you'd be setting the charges to break the tracks near an area like this where there's going to be a curve in the track, so the train's going to need to slow down. And then you break the tracks around there, so the train's already going slow. Obviously, if the train's going very fast, then you run the risk of derailment and stuff. I feel now is the time that I should say that I have never personally robbed a train, but I've read many accounts of it. It used to be a very popular sort of crime once upon a time. And you know, you learn some stuff from reading books.
What are you waiting for?
I'm just looking around. Leave me alone. I wasn't listening to the plan, okay?
Yeah, I must remember to thank Holmes.
explosives. Real generous of the fella. How you getting on?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
Of course.
Can I help a little?
All right. Go ahead and set up the detonator by those rocks over there.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool the wire and then attach it to said detonator.
We'll just real carefully walk this over this way.
What's taking so long?
Okay, this is good.
All right. That should do it. You head back up to the others. I got it from here.
I have to say, I'm rather looking forward to it. Just be ready to move quick, and remember the plan, all of you.
I was not paying attention to any of the plan. I have to hang out with the Micah guy who's a jerk, and I kind of don't care if anything bad happens to him. Not a very good gang member.
What's going on? He says all fine.
We'll soon find out.
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, cover your faces. Train should be here. A minute now.
I'm the only one without a covered face. How do I...
Includes you, Arthur?
hide my identities when taking crimes? Yes, there we go. Bandana! Bandana comes, of course, from a Sanskrit word meaning to tie. I think that's even true.
Good luck, all of you. You all know what to do.
Yes, felony train robbery.
Here we go. Shit! No! What? God!
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Where did you find more? Who said it was fine?
It's my fault.
Come on! You're pathetic. You know that?
Jump on the train? What? No, just go rob somebody else. This is a dumb idea. We deserve to not get away with this.
Pull me out! I'm slipping! I've got you. Now stop yelling. Oh, shit. Help! Arthur, help me! Yeah, you're okay.
I misunderstood what input I was supposed to be doing. I'm glad he made it.
Where's Javier? He fell. The others will get him. Let's go. No, we need to stop.
Straight murder.
There's another guard up ahead. You want me to take him?
I guess that's how it is, though.
Okay. I'll just deal with it. Hey! 'Cause I got a
Oh, he killed somebody else, huh? My man's hardcore. Well, so much for going in slow and quiet.
Well, I hooked up the wire, but we won't mention that.
We gotta hurry. We have to stop this train.
No,
That's what we're doing, kid.
I have to loot all these bodies. Now I'm gonna add 49 cents on it. Think of how many Jolly Jacks tobacco we could get with that.
Let's keep moving.
Man, they gotta pay their dudes better. Barely a point in killing them at all.
You don't run on the Leviticus war going up. We have to stop this train.
Stick your head out, coward. How you doing there?
I'm okay. We gotta hurry. We have to stop this train.
That's what
Look,
we're doing.
if I fail because I'm not doing this fast enough, I don't care. I'll just do the skin, man. Look, a whole thing of Prairie Gin.
Shoot him, damn it!
I wanted to get closer. Just let me go up there. What? No. Well, sorry, man. It looks like you're gonna get killed by the train. Anyway, I fell off the train. That didn't go so good.
Help!
Well, that went better.
Look out! Got more coming off the train.
This dude's just like Theodore Roosevelt.
All these bastards must be gone something. Yep, keep pushing on.
Time for a little gunfight. That was a terrible attempt.
Still okay?
I think so.
Good.
Damn, he's got an arm. Who is this guy?
Doing good, kid. Where the hell are you?
I don't know.
How many dudes are here? I mean, I know we said that, but there's been a lot of guys since then. I'm like, are those our guys on the horses? They sure better be.
Good shooting, kid.
I can see now why the O'Driscolls brought so many boys up here for this.
Get over here.
Great success. Oh no, I'm gonna fall down and die. I got better. Okay. I need to stop trying to take the short way down.
What are you doing? Get over here. You two all right?
Yes, let's get the money and go.
We got some fellas holed up in this last car.
Ah, shit.
What are you boys planning on doing in there? Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you.
Oh, there's all these bodies here. Any more of you?
I give
Yeah.
my word, but trust me, we will.
I work for Leviticus Cornwall.
Come on, boys.
We got our orders.
Okay, you asked for it.
We ain't
5,
opening this door.
4, 3, 2, 1. Seems our friends have gone deaf. Wake them up a little! Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan and Mr. Smith some dynamite. You two boys go blow that door open. Now, don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough. Not
Here we
like
go.
the fuse.
Funny, we send two guys to put 2 bits of dynamite up. Well, that was clean.
Come on. Just walk on out here. We don't want to kill you.
My, oh
We just
my.
want to rob your boss. Get on up there. Search that train.
Ooh. Now we'll find out what he's got.
Look at this place. It's like a palace.
Now I've seen everything.
Nice.
Oh, you two got the safe? I'll search the rest.
Oh, yes. Should be easy as cake. You're just gonna stand there, kid. Pour me some brandy, will ya? I'm parched.
Shut up. Me and Arthur did all the work.
Yeah, kid did good. Didn't see you rushing to jump on that train.
He's keen. I'll give you that.
Platinum pocket watch.
Okay, let's see if we can get this open. Come on. Come on.
Inspect the letter. What have we got here?
This will be over soon.
Letter to Leviticus Carmode from Archibald Jameson. Dear Leviticus, thank you for the telegram and for your continued interest in the Jameson Mining Company. However, any news you've received of mismanagement or financial difficulties to the mine in Ansburg are simply fake, and I would urge you to question your sources.
At least we all know you can read.
Give me those.
The coal industry is quite different from the oil industry in a number of ways, so I could certainly remain open to a business meeting at your convenience to exchange ideas and educate each other on your respective areas of corporate expertise. I would also be delighted to host you in Ansburg and give you a personal tour of the mine and its associated facilities. I look forward to further correspondence. Yours sincerely, Archibald Johnson.
Fancy new boaties ordered from Europe.
I am not robbing another boat as long as I live.
So a real standard corporate letter.
Have you checked all the drawers and cabinets?
No,
Yes.
this'll search something.
How's it looking in there?
Silver certificates?
I think I got him.
Nice.
Well, thank God. Come on.
Take some more cigars. Get back to the gang, I guess. Let's politely close the cabinet.
What did you find?
These bonds. They worth anything?
Oh, sure. Bearer bonds. I think we can probably sell these pretty easily. Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this?
The train?
Yeah, get it out of here.
What about them?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on the train. Just make sure they don't send no folk after us.
Okay.
See you back at camp. When you get back, we'll be moving on. The rest of you, let's ride!
Okay. Get on the train. Quick. All of you. Any bright ideas, I kill all three. So behave. Come on. Move.
We won't tell a soul, I swear.
I sure hope not, man.
Better move on.
Make you feel like an idiot being so nice.
Footstep from this car. You'll end up like all your friends out here.
I just like run over their physical bodies. Start train, because it is as easy as putting this little dial on. So like, hey, we'll hook you up. We'll just put you on the train and then start it. And you can just deal. I mean, what were the alternatives? Getting shot with small caliber ammunition till the cessation of your biological functions? To just die in the dirt and snow? I mean, not as good as living on a train. But there's all these civilians here, and we just are like pretending like we're not a criminal gang.
Weather seems stable.
And we just robbed the Leviticus Cornwall train.
We got money in our pockets. The worst is behind us, gentlemen. So the question is, where now?
I know this country a little. I told you, we should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there, no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else. Arthur, you're in that one. Bring Hosea. I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
Are we out of the first segment now? Maybe. We'll know if it gets us an achievement and it says something like, "The story begins." It's so hard to think without my mustache. Normally I can like pensively sort of move it. Now it's all just face. It's all just face. How distressing. I mean, it's so much easier to do things now, like eat honey buns.
Lenny! Micah, get over here!
Yes, boss.
You two ride up ahead, make sure there's no surprises. We've had enough of those.
Me with the boy?
Just go.
Come on, kid. You can buy me a whiskey.
And now we're driving the wagon. So it'll be even worse for us to drive off the path than normal. Not that we're ever supposed to.
Get us out the stream.
Thank you.
Gotta keep us moving, but calm.
Oh. I broke it.
Let's take a look.
I'm probably supposed to break it.
Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
I broke the goddamn wheel.
All right, let's get it fixed.
You need help?
I reckon we can handle it. All right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on, Arthur.
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Well, say less. Pick the wheel up.
Yes, now bash the wheel with our shoulder. Hooray!
See? You ain't so useless after all.
Not quite.
You say I look a little bit younger without a mustache? It seems to be a common consensus.
Poor bastards. We really screwed them over down here. Come on, let's not push our luck.
What happened?
Well, get in. I'll tell you. Not too far now. Stay on this trail. We'll follow the river, then cut left inland. So, yes, the Indians in these parts got sold a very raw deal. This is the heartlands we're going to. Good farming and grazing country, they lost it all. Stolen clean away from them it was, every blade of grass. Killed or herded up to the reservations in the middle of nowhere.
And how's that different from anywhere else?
Well, maybe it's not. I just heard some of the army out here was particularly, unpleasant about it.
Unpleasant? How do you rob and kill people pleasantly?
There you go. What a good
Talk.
What a good question. You don't.
Trying to simplify something more complicated for the benefit of our block-headed driver here.
Hey, don't blame it on me. Never forget, this here's a con man, Charles, born and bred. Just 'cause it sounds fancy don't mean he knows a damn thing about what he's talking about. So, what happened to your tribe?
I don't even know if I have one. At least, not that I can remember. My father was a colored man. He told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did, but when we were forced to move from our lands, the three of us fled. I was too young to really remember much. My whole life I've been on the run. A couple years later, some soldiers captured my mother. Took her somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man, and the drink had a mean hold on him. Around 13, I just took off on my own.
That was about the age we found young Arthur here. Maybe a little older. A wilder delinquent you never did see. But he learned fast.
Not as fast as Marston, apparently.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the problem between you two?
Arthur?
It's a long story. We still heading the right way?
That depends. Are we still heading west in search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned? No. Are we heading in the correct direction on our desperate escape from the law eastwards down the mountains? Yes, I believe so.
You know this area?
A little. I've been through a couple of times. There's a livestock town not too far from here called Valentine. Cowboys, outlaws, working girls, our kind of place.
Driscoll's?
Probably them too.
Pinkertons?
Let's hope not.
And this place we're going. Wait. What's
Valentine. Play attention. Oh, well, that's a lie. I wasn't paying attention neither.
And how low do you think Dutch is really going to lie? It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's changed, not him, but we kept telling him that ferry job didn't feel right. You and me had a real lead in Blackwater that could have worked out.
Maybe.
It just isn't like Dutch to lose his head like that.
Things go wrong sometimes. People die. It's the way it is. Always has been. Me, you, Dutch. We've all been in this line of work a long time. And we're still here, so I figure we must have got it right a hell of a lot more than we got it wrong. What are you working on there, anyway?
Just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff you buy in the store. Yeah.
Let's say the apothecary.
You can have all this. I'm at the
Oh,
point
thanks,
where I
buddy.
can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
track for a bit.
Thanks.
Hey, slow up. I'll jump on.
Slow up now.
Oh wait, and now we're getting the horses to go in reverse. You know, it's convenient because I need to back up to pick them up, but please get real. Where is he? I'll leave you out here, buddy. Whatever. Oh, here he is. No? You want to get in? How about now? What about now? Little bit more forward? You want to get in now? You want to get into my wagon? Right here? Whatever, man. You walk. I sure don't need you.
Here we are, gentlemen. Home sweet home.
Don't know why he wanted to catch a ride anyway. We were already here.
You weren't wrong, Hosea. This place is perfect.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, we have survived.
For now.
Now, it is time to prosper.
Arthur and I were about to prosper in Blackwater. We were onto something big. Then Micah got you all excited about that ferry, and here we are.
We have all made mistakes over the years, Hosea. Every last one of us. But I kept us together. Kept us alive. Kept the nooses off our neck.
I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go.
Me too.
And now we are stuck. East of the Grizzlies and out of money. And a long way from our dream of virgin land in the west.
I know, my brother. But we are safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again. Head out around them. Be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Herr Strauss. I prefer robbing banks to usury. Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather round.
It's like, I'm gonna give a little speech.
I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor.
Did the cook finally get a
It's
hat?
time for everyone to get to work.
Get to work, but stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant workers.
Laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start.
And, we need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you.
And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
Now, the girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure everything will be fine, Miss Grimshaw.
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit with more common sense than you. Do it properly.
Miss Grimshaw seems pretty useful to the operation here. Alright, so that's the end of Chapter 1, and now here we are at Chapter 2, Horseshoe Overlook. Jolly good. A couple of weeks later. Alright, back in the mud. We have completed Chapter 1. Oh.
Rode east into some pretty enough country called the Heartlands. Ain't been this far east in many a year. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clearer. I think we all feel a little happier, despite of Blackwater and that whole mess.
They keep alluding to that. I'm sure we'll get the story fleshed out. Oh, he even's wearing a little vest.
Quite a day.
Let's hope so.
There's a bunch of the boys already in Valentine. Bill, Charles, and Javier. And Swanson found something down at the train station by the lake, apparently. And Strauss came back with that creepy little smile on his face. I'm sure there's a whole list of unfortunates he's forced money upon.
Thank you. And you?
I'm gonna read a book.
But alright, so that's all that we're gonna do for this video today, because I'm getting a little bit sleepy. And also, I mean, it just seems like a good stopping point, since I'm not gonna have, you know, another hour to play, and at most I would have, you know, just a bit of time. And that way, whenever I pick it back up, probably tomorrow morning, we'll be able to, my beard is getting long. Well, you know, we'll grow it out maybe. But that's all we got for this one right now. And then we'll come back probably tomorrow morning, and if not, then we'll probably save it for like Wednesday or Thursday. That way we can take big, you know, not bite-sized chunks, more than bite-sized chunks out of the game. You know, get at least, you know, a couple hours at a time, really be able to get into the groove of it and, you know, explore around and stuff. So cool, very much. It's interesting in an RPG when it puts you in the shoes of what you can call, you know, complicated characters that do things that are bad, that aren't simple people caught up in a problem beyond their control, but are rather people that want an easy way out, that are caught up in consequences of their own actions. And that's an interesting sort of baseline for a story to start from, so I look forward to exploring that more here. And the game will warm up after this point. We finished the tutorial now. No more snow. Now no more snow at all. The snow was just the beginning of the game. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I might pop on and stream Geometry Dash for like 30 minutes here in a bit. But that's all for Red Dead. Thanks, Natasha. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Pablo and Tate, if you're around, and Tails, and Liam, Justine, and The Limit, Dark Sky. Anybody else that's around, if you're here. Sorry if I missed you. But that's that'll do it for Red Dead Redemption 2 first episode. You know, I'm hooked. I definitely am looking forward to playing some more. So we'll do that sometime in the future. See you guys.